It's been an interesting road for one Tony Ferguson. El Kukui was supposed to fight Khabib Nurmagomedov at UFC 209. That fight didn't happen. You know the story by now. He joined us last Monday, and as I said, some stuff has happened. Wanted to catch up, want to see where he's at now. Everyone wondering what's next, how he's being treated, everyone worried. So let's talk to him. He is on the phone, I do believe. Tony Ferguson, are you there?
Yes, I am. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Tony, good to talk to you again. I appreciate you coming on for the second straight week now. How would you characterize the past week for you? Ever since you've been vocal, you've done some interviews, you've kind of you put it all out there. You've worn your emotions on your sleeve. How has the past week been? Since coming back home from Vegas.
I got fat. I put on a lot of weight. Straight up, I put probably maybe 25, 30 pounds. Easy. So just relax a little bit, enjoy Papa life. It is what it is, man. I'm a professional, so I'm going to try to move on from this. Try to offer Khabib a chance to come back at it and see where his decision is. But I don't think he's doing too good right now. So I'm not sure who's next, man. Been kind of throwing it around the bush and just kind of I'm ready, bro. Like my body doesn't know anything different but to fight right now. So that's what I want. That's what I would like to do. I would like to fight real soon, especially to unify the belt. Especially for the belt. I'm just throwing a name out there, but I think Nate Diaz and myself could actually put on a good show. I think his ranking is kind of bullshit too, but I don't really see anybody else. I mean, Edson Barbosa called me out, but it is what it is. Everything's in the air right now. But I want to fight for the title, Ariel. I want a fair fight. I want to go in there and I want to kick this dude's ass no matter who signs up on the dotted line, and fucking move on and kick Connor's ass if he's not here yet. I don't know what he's up to, but let's just go.
Okay, so there's a lot to unpack there. First things first, as far as Khabib is concerned, are you moving on? Are you done with him?
Of course not.
Okay.
Khabib 4 would be absolutely crazy, but like I said, there would have to be some things pretty secure if he doesn't show up or he doesn't make weight.
Yeah.
I still would like to get my pay. That would be beautiful just to be able to get my pay and then his show money, which would be great because this would be the fourth time. And then, he would have to take a loss. This is a profession that we're in. I think that would not too much to ask. I think if he were to agree on it, I think he would have a hard time cutting weight. So, he needs to hire a dietitian or somebody to make his meals or do something. You can't blame it on the sweets or nothing. I mean, whatever. But he should have made weight. He had plenty of time to do it. A little disappointed, but you kind of move on from it. It is what it is.
Okay, so then you mentioned Nate Diaz, and you took the question out of my mouth because on various shows that I do, I've said that I think there's only two fights that make sense for you right now, Khabib or Nate Diaz. And I would argue, not taking anything away from Khabib, just as far as, buzz is concerned, just considering who Nate is, I would argue the Nate Diaz fight is a bigger fight that would, sell more pay-per-views and things like that. And I said, maybe for that July pay-per-view, they're looking for some big fights for that one. It sounds to me, just because you brought it up first, you're interested in this fight.
Just because he's a decent striker. I mean, I haven't had a knockout in a long time. I'm not trying to call it a shot for a knockout, but I think my boxing is a little bit better than his. It is what it is. I think my stand-up is a lot better, but it's not a boxing match. This is MMA. And I'm just starting to mix it up with some takedowns, some cool stuff that I think you saw at the open workouts. I call it the specialist, like a cool little duck under the scissor takedown. Dope move, dude. And I'm just starting to learn the ankle lock game, which is crazy. Props to 10 Planet Jiu-Jitsu, Eddie Bravo for helping me out for that. Dude doesn't get too much props, but he's all about stretching, stretch, and rest. And I'm like, oh, man, okay. But it's cool because I get to mix it all in with my boxing. I'm working in some new angles. I'm working in some new stuff. I'm moving my head with my feet. I get excited about it because I put a lot of work in there. Now with an opponent, all right, so let's just say I want to fight Edson Barbosa again. Let's just say something like that. What would that do for me? Absolutely nothing. Michael Johnson, possibly. But I'm not going that far down the rankings. The purpose is I've worked my ass off to get up to here. I need to do something about that belt. Let's get that belt. Let's get that something, and let's keep moving up these ranks. Because with Khabib at number 2 or number 1, I don't know that needs to change. That has to change.
Why do you think that Nate's ranking is bullshit, by the way?
I don't know. What's the rankings? Read them off real quick. What's the rankings? Start from 1.
The official UFC rankings, they have Khabib at 1. you at 2, Eddie Alvarez at 3, RDA at 4, Barbosa at 5, Johnson at 6, Chiesa at 7, and Diaz at 8.
Okay, what about Chiesa?
Yeah.
Like he called me out too. Like I can't.
Yeah.
he backed out of that fight too, and I took one in South Dakota.
Yeah.
I just don't see that fight do anything for me. So I mean, Nate's one of the dudes that I think honestly could challenge my talents right now. I mean, he's a good fighter, man. But I mean, black belt level jiu-jitsu, respect that. I'm brown belt as far as Eddie's system goes, and then my own system, I'm a black belt my own system. So this is something that I've been doing for a long time. So it's an octagon, dude. It's not a mat, and I got to remember that.
Mm-hmm. In the past week, did the UFC try to rebook you in any other fight?
Well, just with Michael Johnson, that's about it. I mean, other than that, I wasn't interested in it. I wanted the belt. I trained real hard for a 5-round fight. I didn't want to go back down to 3. Felt like I was just cutting myself dry. So it's like, come on.
Which card would that have been on?
That was immediate, but I haven't had anything after that, except for that Michael Johnson fight.
I was told that they were considering maybe Eddie Alvarez, maybe Khabib, but it never got to you because Eddie wanted to stay on the Dallas card. This was for Buffalo, and Khabib was too soon. Did you hear any of that?
Not really. I heard we offered Khabib the fight.
Yeah.
Or we offered the Khabib fight, something like that. And I just said, whatever, dude. I was like, I just really just approached it like, all right, cool, like whatever. I was like, if it's real, then it's real. But it was like, you got to take the fight, I don't have a problem going up to 170. For myself, I mean, I've won Ultimate Fighter at 170, and I got the frame for it. I can build up on it, so I'm not afraid for that, So,
but you're doing so well at 155. Why mix it up?
I don't know. I'm running out of people to fight.
Okay, and then Michael Chiesa has been very vocal about wanting to fight you, but you're not interested.
No, man, come on. No way, dude. I do know I'll smash him. So nothing against him, but like no.
Can you clear up
did the people a favor by fighting Landon that one time?
Yeah.
But it is what it is. You got to stay sharp in this game. You can't let anybody catch you. So I'm ready, dude. Like, but give me a top level quality fighter like Nate. Nate says he doesn't. I don't have matches level. I'm like, bro, come on, man. Don't even talk to me like that. Let's say, come on, let's go skill for skill. I'll go toe to toe. I bet you I'll pick him apart. Ankle pick too.
Do you feel like, other than fighting Conor, Nate is the biggest fight that you can get right now?
Well, I don't know. It's like what? I don't want to be doing like an office space where it's like you only want to work as hard as the work that's given to you. Like I want a good quality fight. I want to train for somebody that's going to train for me.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Can you clear up the pay situation? Did you actually get anything from the UFC?
Did I what?
Did you get anything from the UFC for your 209 troubles?
Well, I did get something, but it wasn't what I wanted. How about that?
Okay. Are you, because there's been a lot of, numbers thrown around. Are you able to say what you got, or at least what, percentage of what you were supposed to get?
It wasn't my show money, put it that way.
Okay.
And it was less than half. I was pretty upset, but I just had to clear it because, in MMA Junkie, they said I showed up for, $250K. And I'm like, no way, bro. I was like, no.
What do you mean? What do you mean by that?
I just read an article that somebody said that I showed up for like my actual show money.
Yeah.
So no, it wasn't that.
Okay. It wasn't 250. Were you told that you were going to get that?
I wasn't told anything, dude. I was told about 100K, dude. And literally I was like, all right, cool, whatever. Or like, but come on, give me something else.
And since you've been vocal about it, has anything changed?
Nope.
Have you talked?
I'm just sitting here working hard, and now I'm here working hard. I'm sitting here trying to enjoy life. And the hardest thing is I don't have an opponent.
Yeah.
That's the hardest part. I have Khabib, who might retire. I wish him the best luck, but if it really is that bad, then don't be a punk. Just go. I accept your apology. Let's move on. But if you're playing the game, dude, let's go. Come on. I'm trying to save face and whatever. But I respect it either way. And we just need to fight, dude. the fans want to see me fight. I want to see me fight. I think the fans want to see it better, more. So, I mean, honestly, I bet you put me up on a pay-per-view card right now, they're going to be like buying the fight like crazy.
In a weird way, do you feel like all of this has upped your profile, has made you more popular?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I feel like it has.
I think it's cool. I'm just going to keep working hard, try to stay humble, and keep my chin down, dude, and just keep my hands up. Just bam, bam, just start throwing them, bro. Really just keep sharp in camp and just really try to up the game, up the strength department, obviously, and try to pursue fitness anywhere I can go.
This whole situation, as far as like Khabib pulling out and then the Michael Johnson offer and then what you got paid after the fact, has this changed your approach to your career? In other words, were you one of those guys who was like, I'm a soldier, I'm a team guy, this and that, but now you realize that, it's not quite like that? Are you going to be a little different as far as the way you handle business with the UFC?
No, I have great management, which I trust in. I have to trust the process. It's a marathon, not a sprint. It's a slow process, and that's how I've been taking it the whole entire way. I don't see a problem in it by changing anything that's not broken. And that's the same thing I'm going to keep doing in my game. I'm going to keep opening it up. Maybe I'll throw in like a running hurricanrana in there somewhere. Maybe you guys will see that.
Since you've been, because, something that happens often is that, someone goes out, does an interview, talks about being unhappy about something, and then you'll get a call from the UFC. They'll try to rectify it and, kind of move backwards like that. Has anyone tried to reach out to you to try to at least, get in your good graces, talk to you about the situation, rectify the situation from your vantage point? Has there been any contact as far as you are concerned with the UFC since you spoke to MMA Junkie and other outlets last week about your pay and being unhappy with it?
Wait, say that again?
I'm wondering if anyone has reached out to you to talk to you about why they're giving you, less than half of your show, why they went that route. Just explain to make you happy as much as possible. Has there been any communication between you and the UFC since you talked about it last week?
No. And honestly, I haven't. Honestly, they moved forward with it. I believe the same way with myself.
Okay.
I mean, it's hard to go backwards. It's really hard to go backwards. I honestly feel like I should be moving forward, just like the rankings. I should be moving just up a little bit.
Yeah.
I think I was ready for a round 5 fight, but Michael Johnson, I felt like I was going backwards. In this business, I'm here for my wins and my victories and to support my family and just to keep doing what I'm doing, dude. And now is the difference between myself and the rest of the athletes that are on the table. So here I am now waiting for somebody to step up to sign on the dotted line for the interim title belt, which would be beautiful on my wall, by the way.
Just
throwing it out there.
Is it fair to say that you're not going to fight a non-title fight next? It has to be either interim or the real belt?
Well, why not? I mean, literally, I was just fighting for the belt.
Sure.
I mean, I feel like I'm a legit contender. I got 9 wins in a row. I got X amount of performance victories. I mean, really, I've been putting in some work. I feel like I deserve it.
Yeah.
What am I going to do? It's just I'm going to keep trashing, boom, boom, bang through these dudes, man, and just keep knocking them out and finish them. I've had it in my head that I need a knockout. So if you guys want to see somebody get knocked out, let's go.
By the way, just out of curiosity, how much weight did you gain in the past week? I want to know what a fighter can put on.
Literally, probably, I put on a hefty amount. I put on some good food, like weight, man. My wife's like, "Oh, I love you at this weight." I'm like, "All right, cool." I'm happier, obviously. I'm not cutting weight. It's beautiful, dude. I get to enjoy some cereal bowls again. It's nice to be able to relive a relaxed life for a second.
So,
I'm probably maybe 25, 30 pounds.
Wow.
Probably 30 pounds.
Holy smokes, that's unbelievable. And you still probably look shredded.
I feel amazing. I feel like doing backflips right now and landing on my back. I'm fat.
What's the worst thing that you eat? Like, what's your favorite worst thing?
Favorite worst thing? Probably pizza.
Pizza? That's the worst one? Holy smokes. I am screwed.
Pizzas and pastas. I'll eat a whole pizza is good. Boom.
That's the worst thing? That's like my best thing.
Probably. I don't eat too bad. I mean, I can go bad, but I usually eat pretty bad all the time. No, I'm just kidding. I eat really good when it comes to fight time. A lot of shakes. My sponsors, Garden of Life, they take real good care of me. They have a lot of plant-based stuff. So I get to mix it in, and it really helps with my diet. Like, if I eat like all at once, I'm going to get full. So if I eat like sparingly throughout the day, like I eat a couple small meals, it helps with my like metabolism. It just keeps it going, keeps it hungry. And I always leave the table hungry, which helps.
Okay.
You know, I've always learned that from wrestling. You know, just some advice for it could be just leave the table hungry, man. Don't eat your dessert first. You know, don't eat dessert. It's, you know, just cut weight the right way.
So just to be clear, the fight that I think is the best, like one of the best fights UFC could put on, regardless of division, is you versus Khabib. But just because we're up against the clock as far as Ramadan is concerned and his health situation, I was trying to figure out what's next for you. So to be as blunt as possible, do you like this idea, this July idea of fighting Nate Diaz, or do you feel like you want to fight earlier? You know, you don't want to wait that long. You don't care about the stage. You just want to be active.
July's tight. I like July.
Oh,
that's for a belt. Let's do this. I mean, really, it is. If we can do this sooner,
yeah,
it'd be dope. But you name the place, name the time, and I'll be right there, and I'll knock the guy out, bro. It's what I do, and I've been pursuing that perfection, literally. And I think whoever signs is gonna have their hands full. It'll be cool.
And the reason, by the way, I'm throwing out July is only because I'm looking at the calendar. April is booked, May is booked. I don't think you're going to Rio, and then the next one is July. That's why.
Oh, sounds good.
Bang.
Let's go. Let's dance, Nate. Let's go. Let's do this.
What's the message to Nate?
Let's go, man. I want to go toe to toe. You think you're good? You think you're bad? You think, you know, you say, don't be scared, homie. I'm standing right here. You know, live what you say.
I kind of feel like this is the fight that gets you to Conor.
Well, that dude ain't gonna fight me directly. He needs somebody to be like, oh no, I'm gonna fucking do shit to fight this guy.
Right.
I'm not fucked every time. Whatever. I can go on, but I don't. You know, it's not my bag in that one. Conor knows exactly what he's up against, and he knows I'm a force to be reckoned with, and he can't talk his way through this one. And same thing with Nate. It's a different scale with me. So.
By the way, do you think he has a chance against Floyd? Do you think Conor has a chance against Floyd?
No fucking no way. Floyd's just a different animal.
Right. But do you blame him for trying to get it, given the payday? Do you begrudge him?
No, I mean, if he's all about business and being a punk, you need to vacate that belt. But I don't know. You want to box? Let's go. I'll box you.
That could be the tune-up fight, you know, like the fight that gets him, the winner gets Floyd.
Dude, that dude will get eaten up on his feet.
Even in boxing, straight up boxing.
Oh yeah, straight up boxing.
Well, this is great stuff. All right, I feel like we're getting somewhere here. I feel like we've got some options. Let me see what I can do behind the scenes. All right.
All right.
Tony, I appreciate it. Great to catch up with you. Try not to eat too much. You know, that extra slice of pizza.
I have to go for a run or two. Yeah, I got to do a couple of exercises or something.
Well, hang in there, and you know, for whatever it's worth, I appreciate your honesty and coming out and just explaining the whole situation, because I know a lot of people try to not do that for whatever reason. But you know, we thank you for shedding some light on the situation. I hope it gets rectified very soon.
Thank you very much, buddy.
All right, there he is, Tony Ferguson, stopping by. Good to talk to him. That is certainly an interesting idea. I mean, I honestly did not know that he was going to bring it up right off the bat like that, but maybe he watches the MMA Beat.